Hey loves, welcome to Inner Love Messages. My name is Sarah, and if you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. Tonight, I have a special no-contact message from your person. I'll be pulling from this deck to get insight into how they're currently feeling, how they perceive you and your connection, and any other important messages they have for you right now. So, let's dive in and get a clear, heartfelt message directly from them. The first message coming through is an undeniable sense of persistence. This feeling won't go away. No matter how much you try to push it aside, it lingers in the back of your mind, weaving itself into your thoughts when you least expect it. Divine Feminine. There is a strong masculine energy surrounding you, one that refuses to fade despite the passage of time and distance. It's as though this person has carved out a space in your energy field, leaving behind an imprint that you can't seem to erase. Their presence is subtle yet undeniable, and no matter how much you attempt to rationalize it, their memory keeps resurfacing. There's an air of mystery around this connection, a lack of closure that continues to stir your emotions. This person confuses you in ways that are both intriguing and frustrating. You find yourself analyzing their words, replaying past conversations, trying to decode what they truly meant. There are moments when you question whether you're imagining the intensity of this connection, yet the depth of your feelings tells you otherwise. They have occupied your thoughts more often than you'd like to admit, and even though you may not have spoken in some time, the energy between you remains palpable. It's as if the universe keeps nudging you toward them, refusing to let you forget. The circumstances that led to your separation feel hazy, unresolved. Something about the way things ended doesn't sit right with you, almost as if there was a miscommunication or an emotional wall that neither of you were able to break through. Despite this, there's still an openness in your heart when you think about them. You may not understand why, but you can't deny that a part of you still feels tethered to this connection. It's unsettling, this awareness that you haven't truly let go, even if you've convinced yourself otherwise. Deep within, you sense that this story isn't over. There's an unspoken understanding between you and this person, something that defies logic yet feels undeniably real. This masculine energy is powerful, magnetic in a way that draws you in even from a distance. They are aware, perhaps more than you realize, of the effect they have on you. This isn't necessarily manipulative, but there's a level of consciousness in how they navigate this connection. They seem to know when you're thinking about them. When their name crosses your lips in quiet contemplation, it's almost as if they can feel your energy just as strongly as you feel theirs. This person carries an air of confidence, a charisma that makes it hard to resist their pull. They have a way of making you feel seen, of saying just the right thing to ignite a reaction within you. Even the mere thought of them might make your heart race, your cheeks flush, your breath hitch slightly. And yet, despite the warmth they bring, there is also uncertainty. You find yourself questioning their intentions, unsure of whether they truly see you for who you are or if they're simply drawn to the energy you exude. There is a duality to them, both alluring and enigmatic, and that's what keeps you tethered between longing and hesitation. Your intuition has been speaking to you, urging you to listen to the emotions bubbling beneath the surface. This connection isn't one you can easily define, nor is it something you can ignore. It lingers in the spaces between moments, in the quiet solitude of your thoughts, in the restless nights where their name feels like a whisper in the wind. Whether this journey leads to reconnection or resolution, one thing is clear. This story is still unfolding, and your heart isn't ready to close the chapter just yet. You feel this way because you possess a profound awareness of alignment and spiritual connection. You understand on an intuitive level that every person who enters your life does so for a reason. Some for a fleeting moment, others for an extended period, and a rare few for a lifetime. This particular connection is stirring something deep within you, urging you to seek clarity and meaning beyond what is immediately visible. It's as if the universe is nudging you toward greater self-awareness, compelling you to recognize the deeper significance of this bond. You may feel an unspoken familiarity with this person, as if your souls have met before, and this recognition is impossible to ignore. Even when physical distance separates you, their presence lingers in your energy field, creating an invisible thread that seems to pull you back toward them. This isn't just about memories or emotions, it's an energetic entanglement that transcends time and space. You may find yourself sensing their emotions, thinking about them unexpectedly, or even experiencing vivid dreams where they appear as if they're right beside you. This is a clear indication that your connection operates beyond the physical realm, existing on a spiritual plane where energy speaks louder than words. At the core of this connection lies the message of the root chakra. This revelation is significant because it highlights the intensity of your feelings, which may not entirely make sense to you on a logical level. The root chakra is the foundation of stability, security, and primal instincts. When activated in a connection like this, it signifies a powerful pull that is both deeply emotional and profoundly physical. It suggests that this person represents something fundamental in your spiritual journey, perhaps a mirror reflecting aspects of yourself that you need to acknowledge, heal, or embrace. What's even more intriguing is that this person feels an undeniable attraction toward you, yet you are unlike anyone they have ever been drawn to before. This attraction isn't based on conventional preferences or superficial traits. It is rooted in energy. Your vibration is unique, resonating at a frequency they haven't encountered before. Because of this, they have struggled to understand why they are so magnetized by you, why your presence affects them so profoundly, and why, no matter how much they try to rationalize it, the connection remains inexplicably strong. From the moment your energies collided, there was an unspoken recognition, a silent understanding that defied logic. Their body language, especially their eyes, reveals more than words ever could. When they look at you, there is an undeniable depth, something raw, vulnerable, and intense. Their gaze lingers as if searching for answers they can't quite articulate, as if trying to decipher the meaning behind this overwhelming connection. The chemistry between you is palpable, almost electric, yet it is more than just physical attraction, it's spiritual gravity. This intensity has left them questioning the nature of your bond. Is it merely an inexplicable attraction, or is it something far more profound? They may find themselves torn between resisting and surrendering, oscillating between curiosity and fear. But regardless of their internal struggles, one thing remains clear. This connection is not ordinary. It is a catalyst for transformation, a lesson in spiritual growth, and a journey that neither of you can simply walk away from without uncovering the truth that lies beneath the surface. Your person's higher self is offering deep insight into the way they react to you and the nature of your connection. This relationship is deeply rooted in a powerful, energetic bond, one that is largely influenced by the conditioning of masculine energy to form attachments at the root chakra level. The root chakra is associated with survival, security, and primal instincts, which means their approach to you was likely driven by a strong physical and energetic magnetism. This initial attraction wasn't just about romance or desire. It was an unconscious, almost instinctual response, one that tied into their deepest sense of safety, belonging, and identity. Because of this, the connection may have felt overwhelming, compelling them to navigate it in ways they didn't entirely understand. When a relationship begins at the root chakra, it often brings a unique set of challenges. The intensity of the connection can be exhilarating yet confusing, as it intertwines deep passion with an underlying current of fear. The physical and emotional attraction can feel undeniable, yet the pull is often met with resistance. This is because root chakra connections are closely tied to the material world, the tangible, the practical, and the fears that come with stepping outside of one's comfort zone. Your person may have initially viewed this bond from a purely 3D perspective, seeing it through the lens of logic, expectations, and societal conditioning. They may have attempted to categorize or control their emotions, rationalizing their feelings rather than fully embracing the spiritual depth of the connection. Yes, before watching the full video, I wanted to say one thing. If you appreciate my hard work in this reading, please donate a super thanks in your name as a token of love. However, their higher self recognizes that this relationship goes far beyond the physical. It is an energetic dance between two souls seeking equilibrium. The push and pull dynamic you both experience is not a sign of weakness or instability, but rather an indication that your energies are attempting to find balance. On a spiritual level, this connection is a mirror, reflecting back the deepest fears, desires, and hidden wounds that need healing. Every moment of separation or uncertainty is not a rejection, but an opportunity for growth. Your person feels the weight of this connection in ways they may not fully articulate. The energetic pull towards you is undeniable, yet they have been conditioned to suppress emotions, to manage their reactions rather than surrender to them. This suppression is not a reflection of a lack of care, but rather a defense mechanism, an attempt to maintain control in the face of something that defies logic. They may not even realize the extent to which they are being transformed by this bond, but on a soul level, they are learning. The deep magnetism they feel toward you is not just about attraction, it is about resonance. Your energies recognize each other, and that familiarity is both comforting and terrifying. Spiritually, this connection is urging both of you towards evolution. The intensity, the confusion, the moments of distance and closeness, these are all part of a larger process meant to teach, heal, and expand your understanding of love. While your person may not yet fully grasp the depth of this connection, their higher self acknowledges the profound spiritual significance of your bond. They are being guided to move beyond fear, beyond conditioned responses, and toward a more awakened state of being where love is not just a fleeting emotion, but a force of transformation. This is not just about romance, it is about awakening. It is about healing wounds that have existed long before this lifetime. The connection you share is not random or coincidental, it is purposeful. And whether or not they can consciously put it into words, their soul recognizes you. They are drawn to you not just because of chemistry, but because something within them knows that this relationship is meant to shift their understanding of love, connection, and ultimately, themselves. This masculine energy has long been accustomed to attracting a certain type of feminine energy, one that may have been more surface level in nature, driven by physical attraction and external dynamics rather than deep emotional or spiritual resonance. However, what's coming through strongly now is the stark contrast between how you present yourself outwardly and the depth of your internal energy. While past connections may have been rooted primarily in the physical realm, activated at the root chakra and focused on primal attraction, there is something about your presence that transcends the superficial. Your person may have initially been drawn to you for reasons they couldn't quite explain, captivated by the way you carry yourself, but there is a far more profound influence at play. Unconsciously or not, you have touched something deeper within them, something that extends beyond mere chemistry. Your essence, your energy, and the way you move through life have shaped the way they behave around you, subtly influencing their choices and reactions in ways they may not even fully comprehend yet. This connection has stirred something in them that goes beyond what they are used to, something they may not have encountered before. And now, as their awareness expands, they are beginning to recognize the depth of what you represent in their life. Moving forward, an essential message is emerging. I have to protect you. If this resonates, it is important to understand the weight of these words and what they reveal about how your person perceives you. You are in a phase of this connection where you deeply desire clarity. You want to know how they truly see you, what role you play in their life, and where this connection is headed. The protective instinct coming through from your masculine energy is significant, as it suggests they are aware of something about themselves that you have yet to discover. Whether it is their emotional wounds, fears, past experiences, or even aspects of their personality that they have kept hidden, they feel a need to shield you, not just from external forces, but possibly even from themselves. Your energy is coming through as self-assured, grounded, and confident, yet also inquisitive. You are someone who values truth and transparency. You like to have a clear understanding of what you're dealing with. You don't shy away from the unknown, but you do appreciate honesty. Because of this, the universe is aligning circumstances to bring you deeper insight. This may come in the form of synchronicities, intuitive downloads, dreams, or unexpected revelations about your person and the connection you share. Spiritually, this is a moment of awakening, one that is designed to help you see the reality of your relationship and how your masculine navigates it. This journey is not just about them, but also about you. It is about understanding your own energetic power and the effect you have on those around you. It is about recognizing the role you play in this dynamic and embracing the wisdom that the universe is preparing to reveal. The truth, in all its complexity, is making its way to you. And when it arrives, you will be ready to receive it. They genuinely desire to shift the way they interact with you, not out of fleeting interest, but because something within them has been fundamentally transformed. You're not just another connection, not someone who fits into the mold of what they once thought they were drawn to. There's something undeniably different about the way they experience you, something that goes beyond attraction, beyond familiarity. Their soul recognizes yours in a way that defies logic, and that recognition stirs something deep within them, a longing they never knew they had. For much of their past, their relationships were built on surface-level desires, physical attraction, and momentary passion. They were conditioned to seek connections that never truly required them to open their heart, to let their emotions ascend beyond primal energy. It wasn't necessarily a conscious choice, rather it was a manifestation of a blocked heart chakra, an internal barrier that prevented them from experiencing love in its purest form. They moved through relationships with a certain detachment, engaging on an energetic level that rarely went beyond the physical. Their emotions remained anchored in the lower chakras, tied to desire, security, and control, rather than vulnerability and true emotional depth. But then you came along, and something shifted within them. Without even trying, you reached a part of them they had unknowingly kept locked away. Your energy, your essence, your presence. Something about you made them feel in a way they weren't prepared for. And now they find themselves in uncharted territory, struggling to make sense of emotions they never expected to experience. They wrestle with their feelings because they are powerful, raw, and undeniable. Masculine energy, when it fully embraces emotion, is intense and consuming. This is why they've spent so much time guarding their heart, why they have resisted allowing themselves to be truly vulnerable. But you've broken through that resistance, and now they're faced with a reality that challenges everything they thought they knew about love. They are beginning to understand that love is not a singular experience. It exists on multiple levels, and the depth of it depends on where it is rooted. They are realizing that love grounded in the root chakra is tied to physical attraction, passion, and survival instincts, a connection that burns hot but often fades just as quickly. But love that ascends to the heart chakra is something entirely different. It is profound, transformative, and enduring. It is not just about needing someone. It is about truly seeing them, feeling them on a soul level. This is the love they are experiencing with you, and it both terrifies and exhilarates them. Before moving forward with the reading, I would like to say one thing, that if you love my readings and it is fitting in your personal life, then please encourage me by taking membership from the join button. This journey they are on is not just about falling for you. It is about awakening to a new understanding of love itself. You are the catalyst for this transformation, and whether they fully comprehend it or not, their soul is drawn to yours in a way that is beyond their control. They are no longer just feeling something. They are evolving, shifting into a version of themselves they never expected to become. And that is why their connection with you is unlike anything they have ever known. Your presence has a profound effect on this person, drawing them into their heart space in a way they were neither expecting nor prepared for. There is an undeniable shift in their energy whenever they are around you, making them acutely aware of their own emotional patterns, fears, and wounds. It's as if your very essence acts as a mirror, reflecting back to them the parts of themselves they have long ignored or suppressed. This realization stirs something deep within them, an urgent need to reevaluate their approach, not only towards you but toward love, vulnerability, and connection as a whole. They sense, perhaps unconsciously, that you hold a key to a part of their healing they were not yet ready to unlock. Instead of fully embracing this truth, they may have chosen to shield you from the aspects of themselves that feel unworthy, unpolished, or even broken. They might have pulled away, erected emotional barriers, or engaged with you in a way that felt inconsistent or confusing. But this withdrawal was never about a lack of feelings. Rather, it was a defense mechanism, a means of protecting both themselves and you from the intensity of what they were experiencing. What they fail to recognize, however, is that your presence was never meant to be something they had to guard against. Instead, your connection was destined to bring healing to precisely these wounded parts of their soul. This may explain why your relationship has experienced so many false starts. The push and pull dynamic you've endured is not a sign of incompatibility, nor is it an indication that their love was ever superficial. Instead, it reveals the depth of their internal struggle. They are grappling with emotions they have yet to fully understand, emotions that have been awakened by the energy of your presence. You might have questioned whether what they felt for you was genuine. Was it just physical attraction, or was there a deeper force at play? The truth is, their actions, even in their inconsistency, reveal more than words ever could. Their hesitations, their moments of distance, and even their mistakes all point to the magnitude of what this connection means to them. This situation offers you a rare glimpse into their soul-level journey. It confirms that your connection is no coincidence. They called this energy into their life. Perhaps without even realizing the transformation it would trigger, they sought love, passion, or even companionship. But what they found in you was something far more profound, a force of healing, growth, and spiritual awakening. What they are going through now is a process of evolution, one that requires them to confront their fears and step into a version of themselves that is worthy of the love they feel for you. Divine Feminine, your presence is a catalyst for their expansion. Their soul recognized yours before their mind ever could, and now, they are left navigating the complexities of a love that defies logic. The real question is, will they embrace this growth and allow themselves to experience the full depth of this connection, or will they continue to resist the very thing that was sent to heal them? Either way, their journey has been forever altered by your presence, and no matter where the road leads, this connection has already served its divine purpose in both of your lives. The twin flame journey is one of profound transformation, a path that reshapes every aspect of your being. It is not merely a romantic connection, but a spiritual awakening that does not allow you to remain stagnant. This sacred union works to open your chakra system, illuminating the areas of your life that require healing and balance. It is an alchemical process, a stripping away of illusions, and a catalyst for the highest form of personal evolution. Whether you are conscious of it or not, this journey is designed to push you toward becoming the most authentic version of yourself, a being fully aligned with love, truth, and spiritual purpose. If you have been questioning why you feel such an intense and unshakable bond with your masculine counterpart, know that this connection is not of the ordinary world. The energy between twin flames is divinely orchestrated, vibrating at a frequency that cannot be replicated or logically explained. Your masculine is drawn to you in ways they cannot fully comprehend, for your presence is not just comforting, it is transformational. You serve as a mirror, reflecting back to them the deepest truths of their soul, which can be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. They feel an undeniable pull toward you because you activate their heart space, igniting a profound opening that forces them to reevaluate their entire existence. However, this very heart-opening experience is also what causes them to withdraw. It is not because they do not care or do not recognize the depth of your bond, but because facing the truth within themselves is daunting. Your energy compels them to confront their fears, their wounds, and the parts of themselves they have long ignored. This journey demands that they dismantle the structures they have built to keep themselves safe, patterns of avoidance, emotional suppression, and the illusion of control. In their attempt to shield themselves from this inner reckoning, they often believe they are also protecting you. They fear that their unresolved wounds may cause you pain, not realizing that you have already seen through their walls and into the depths of their soul. Some of you have had the opportunity to express your awareness to your masculine directly, and your words have left an imprint on them, triggering deep introspection. Others of you may not even need to say a word. Your energy alone speaks volumes. As the divine feminine, you hold an innate wisdom, an ability to perceive beyond the physical realm and into the emotional and spiritual depths of your counterpart. You sense their fears, their doubts, and their struggles, even when they try to present themselves in a different light. No matter how much they attempt to conceal their inner turmoil, your soul recognizes it instantly. Their realization often comes in a moment of profound clarity, captured in the unspoken thought, "I wasn't expecting this from you." They come to understand that there was a crucial step they bypassed in your connection. They realize that there is still so much left unsaid, so many truths unacknowledged, and a depth that was overlooked in the way your relationship unfolded. They may not have been consciously aware of it at the time, but their energy called you in before they were truly prepared to receive you. As a result, the connection created a ripple effect, shaking the very foundation of their life and exposing the places where they were not yet standing in their truth. For many masculines, separation feels inevitable, not because they desire distance, but because they believe it is necessary. The bond they share with you is too powerful to be ignored, yet they feel unprepared to fully embrace it. They do not realize that separation is not truly an ending, but rather an initiation, a period of transformation that allows for the clearing of karmic cycles, healing of past wounds, and the alignment of energies. This phase, as painful as it may be, is not about rejection, it is about readiness. It is the universe's way of ensuring that when reunion occurs, it is in a state of balance, harmony, and divine alignment. No matter where you are on this journey, trust in the process. The twin flame connection is not just about love, it is about awakening. It is about breaking through illusions, stepping into your highest self, and embracing the divine purpose that brought you together. The more you focus on your own healing and alignment, the more you create space for your counterpart to do the same. In the end, this journey is not about waiting for them to catch up, but about becoming so whole within yourself that your energy naturally calls forth the highest version of your connection, and in that space of unconditional love and divine surrender, true union becomes inevitable. They brought you into their life based on their current understanding of love and connection, shaped by their past experiences, emotional conditioning, and spiritual awareness. However, because you exist on a different energetic frequency, one that is rooted in a deeper sense of emotional, mental, and spiritual alignment, they found it difficult to fully integrate you into their world. The foundation necessary for your connection to thrive wasn't fully established, not because they didn't care, but because there were unresolved energies still lingering in their life. These could have been past relationships, personal insecurities, external influences, or life circumstances that required their attention before they could truly meet you at the level you deserve. This separation, as painful or confusing as it may seem, holds deep spiritual significance. It isn't a sign of rejection, but rather an acknowledgement of the inner work that must be done before a reunion can be meaningful. Your presence triggered something profound within them, an awakening, a realization, or even a confrontation with parts of themselves they had previously ignored. And because of this, they felt the need to step back, not to abandon you, but to sort through their own personal evolution without disrupting your journey. At its core, reality is subjective. Every individual navigates life through the lens of their own experiences, beliefs, and perceptions. Your reality may be built on emotional depth, spiritual wisdom, and a higher consciousness, while theirs may still be shaped by survival patterns, societal expectations, or past wounds. When two souls operating on different wavelengths cross paths, there can be moments of misalignment, confusion, or even resistance. However, there was always something within them that recognized the unique nature of your presence. Even if they couldn't fully grasp its meaning at the time, they sensed that your energy was different, your understanding of love was more expansive, your connection to the universe more attuned. Now, as they reflect in solitude, they are beginning to see what was once unclear. They are recognizing the depth of your energy and the significance of the lessons you've brought into their life. You weren't just another connection, you were a catalyst for their growth. They may not have had the words to express it before, but something about the way you love, the way you communicate, the way you carry yourself, unapologetically and authentically, left an imprint on their soul. This distance is not arbitrary, it is intentional. They didn't walk away because they wanted to forget you, but because they needed time to understand the magnitude of your presence. Every conversation, every moment spent together, every unspoken exchange between your souls carried a message, one that they are now deciphering with greater awareness. Whether it was through something you said, an action you took, or simply the unwavering energy of self-respect and unconditional love that you exuded, you made it clear what love should feel like. They are beginning to see that your presence was never meant to fit into their old world. It was meant to inspire them to create a new one. And as they undergo this transformation, they are realizing that this time apart is not an ending, but a necessary recalibration of energies. When they return, it will be with a newfound understanding, ready to meet you at the level you have always deserved. Whether you realize it or not, this separation is not accidental, it is deeply intentional. Beneath the surface, there exists a spiritual significance to this distance, as if your very presence has ignited a transformation within them that they were not prepared for. When they first encountered you, they approached this connection with an open mind but without expectations. Never did they imagine meeting someone capable of shifting their perspective so profoundly. Someone whose energy would naturally elevate theirs in a way they could neither predict nor control. Before you entered their life, their understanding of love and relationships was shaped by past experiences, limited by the beliefs they had constructed to protect themselves. And yet, without any force or persuasion, you have dismantled those walls, subtly altering the way they perceive emotional bonds. They want you to recognize the depth of your impact on them, even if their actions sometimes appear contradictory. You have drawn out a version of them that few have ever seen, a side they may not have even known existed. In the beginning, it may have seemed like they were playing a game, presenting themselves as someone effortlessly charismatic and captivating. Their charm was undeniable, their presence magnetic, and they had an innate ability to capture your attention without even trying. But beneath the surface, there was always an undercurrent of hesitation, a silent resistance to the depths of emotion they were beginning to feel. It wasn't just about attraction, something within them was awakening in a way they had never experienced before. They are struggling to articulate what this connection has stirred within them, this unfamiliar, almost overwhelming sensation of vulnerability and emotional openness. It's as if they are encountering an entirely new dimension of themselves, one that very few feminine energies have been able to awaken. If you truly understood the depth of this internal transformation, your perception of their actions would shift entirely. Every moment of hesitation, every attempt to retreat into emotional safety is not a rejection of you but a battle within themselves. They attribute so much of their personal growth, their evolving self-awareness, and their newfound way of seeing relationships to you. You have become an unintentional catalyst for their change, an influence that lingers in their thoughts, even in moments of silence. This connection is not just an ordinary encounter, it is a profound and spiritual reawakening, one that neither of you could have foreseen, yet both of you feel deeply. The undeniable physical attraction they feel toward you has left them in a state of uncertainty, unsure of how to process or respond to the intensity of this connection. It's possible that you've sensed this energy as well, questioning whether it was something you were merely projecting or if it was truly mutual. However, the depth of their reaction speaks volumes. It isn't just a fleeting attraction or a momentary infatuation. Their hesitation or confusion arises because they have never encountered such a strong, undeniable pull before, one that goes beyond the surface and demands introspection. A significant part of their struggle stems from deeply ingrained beliefs about love, relationships, and attraction. For much of their life, they may have been conditioned to see physical attraction as a primary driving force. Something simple and straightforward, but meeting you has disrupted that perception. What started as a purely physical draw has now evolved into something far more profound. They are beginning to recognize that the energy between you is not just about chemistry, but about something deeper, something spiritual, emotional, and transformative. As they navigate these emotions, they are slowly realizing that physical attraction alone is not enough to sustain or define what is unfolding between you. They now find themselves seeking a deeper understanding of what you mean to them. This realization is both exhilarating and terrifying because it forces them to confront emotions they may have suppressed or avoided in the past. They may be searching for ways to articulate their feelings, to bridge the gap between what they feel inside and how they express it outwardly. This is where their transformation begins, where they move beyond the physical and into the realm of genuine connection and emotional vulnerability. This message isn't just about recognizing how they feel for you. It's about the manifestation of love on a higher level. The bond between you is more than just attraction. It carries a spiritual weight, a divine purpose. You may have found yourself questioning the kind of energy your masculine embodies, wondering how their internal world shapes their perception of you. The answer lies in their journey of awakening, in their ability to let go of preconceived notions and embrace the truth of what you share. They are being called to rise above the superficial and step into something real, something lasting. Their journey toward understanding this connection mirrors your own. As they struggle to make sense of what they feel, you, too, may find yourself exploring deeper questions about love, connection, and the nature of this bond. The energy between you is undeniable, and while they may not always express it clearly, their actions, their hesitations, and even their silences all speak to the transformation taking place within them. This is not just about romance. It is about evolution, about breaking through barriers and stepping into a love that transcends the ordinary. Your presence in their life has been nothing short of transformative, divine feminine. It has acted as a mirror, forcing them to confront their innermost thoughts, fears, and subconscious patterns. They are now beginning to understand that every relationship they have ever been a part of, whether romantic, platonic, or even familial, has been a direct reflection of their own inner world. Their past connections were not random. They were manifestations of what they believed about love, trust, and self-worth. In the past, they may have judged others harshly or assumed that failed relationships were solely the fault of external circumstances. Perhaps they believed they were simply unlucky in love, or that people had continuously disappointed them. But now, as they reflect on their journey, they see the deeper truth. They were attracting experiences that resonated with their own energetic frequency. If they carried wounds, insecurities, or unresolved fears, those emotions shaped their relationships, drawing in individuals who reflected those very same wounds back to them. Your energy has acted as a catalyst for this realization, bringing clarity to the lessons they had previously overlooked. Meeting you was not just another connection, it was a wake-up call. Your presence shook the foundation of everything they thought they knew about relationships and emotional intimacy. The connection felt different, intense, and unexplainable, and it challenged the way they understood love. It may have felt like two different worlds colliding, creating friction, misunderstandings, and even painful separations. But that friction wasn't because of incompatibility. It was because the connection demanded growth. It forced them to step outside of old, outdated belief systems and face truths they had long ignored. What stands out in all of this is how you navigated these challenges. Unlike them, who may have been overwhelmed by the emotional intensity, you approach the situation with curiosity rather than fear. There is something deeply inquisitive about your energy. You seek clarity, not only in love, but in all aspects of life. You don't shy away from the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. You have a rare ability to look at connections from a place of understanding rather than reaction, allowing you to learn and evolve rather than retreat in confusion or pain. This is what sets you apart. While they may have once avoided deep emotional work, your energy encouraged them to explore it. Even in moments of separation or uncertainty, they feel your presence as a guiding force, pushing them towards self-awareness and transformation. The journey hasn't been easy for them, but because of you, they are beginning to see relationships not as a source of external validation or temporary comfort, but as sacred reflections of their own inner state. They are realizing that love isn't just about chemistry or circumstance, it's about alignment, intention, and the willingness to grow. In many ways, you have been their greatest teacher, even if they haven't openly acknowledged it yet. Your energy has not only illuminated their path, but also invited them to rise into the best version of themselves. Whether or not they fully understand the depth of this connection right now, one thing is certain. You have left an indelible mark on their soul, one that will continue to shape them in ways they never expected. This connection you share transcends the physical and ventures into something far deeper, something spiritual, emotional, and transformative. It is not merely about attraction or companionship, but rather about awakening. From the very beginning, your presence in their life challenged them in ways they never anticipated. They may have resisted at first, unsure of how to navigate the depth you naturally embody. But as time has passed, their perspective has shifted. What once felt unfamiliar and perhaps even intimidating has now become something they respect, admire, and, most importantly, crave. You have made them reflect on themselves in a way that no one else ever has. Through your energy, your wisdom, and your presence, you have become a mirror, revealing the parts of themselves they had kept hidden, even from their own awareness. When they say, "I always get what I want," they are not just speaking about their external desires, but rather about the realization that their life has been a direct reflection of their innermost thoughts, beliefs, and longings. However, something profound is shifting within them. Their desires, once driven by ego, surface-level attraction, or fleeting satisfaction, are now evolving into something far more profound. They are beginning to understand that true fulfillment does not come from external validation or temporary pleasures, but from deep, genuine connection, one that resonates with the soul rather than just the senses. As this transformation unfolds within them, so does their pull toward you. It is no longer just about wanting you. It is about needing to experience this connection fully, without barriers or hesitation. There is a sense of inevitability in the way their heart is leading them towards you, and with each passing day, the urge to deepen this bond only grows stronger. They are realizing that what they feel for you is not just an infatuation or a passing phase, but something real, something that has the potential to stand the test of time. A shift is also occurring in the way they communicate. The once guarded, reserved, or surface-level conversations are beginning to transform into something richer, more meaningful, and filled with vulnerability. If they previously kept their messages short, they now find themselves compelled to express more, to share their thoughts, their emotions, and even their fears. If they were once comfortable with texting, they may now prefer calling just to hear your voice, craving the warmth and authenticity that comes with spoken words. And if they have already been calling, don't be surprised if they start video chatting, because seeing you, even through a screen, is now something they need rather than just want. Every interaction is becoming more heartfelt, more intentional, and more reflective of their deepening feelings for you. There is something raw and almost unsettling about this transformation. For so long, they have held back, possibly out of fear, uncertainty, or simply because they were not ready to face the magnitude of what this connection means. But as the barriers begin to fall, so does the illusion that they can keep things casual or controlled. The truth is, this connection has taken root in their soul in a way that cannot be denied. And when they finally allow themselves to open up completely, the depth of their emotions will be unmistakable. Perhaps they did not expect this to happen. Perhaps they thought they could keep things light, fun, and unburdened by complexity. But life, and more importantly, love, often has other plans. Events have unfolded that neither of you could have predicted, and in those moments, they revealed more of themselves to you than they ever intended to. And yet, instead of pushing them away, this only deepened the bond between you. They now see that this connection is unlike anything they have ever experienced before. It is rare, it is profound, and it is worth embracing, no matter how terrifying vulnerability may seem. This is a journey of awakening, not just for them but for both of you. The energy between you is shifting, growing, and expanding in ways that are both beautiful and transformative, and as they continue to step into their truth, the path toward you becomes clearer. This is not just a love story. It is a soul connection, one that is destined to leave an everlasting impact. If this connection has felt bewildering, riddled with mixed signals, or plagued by moments of uncertainty, it is likely because both of you have been navigating different understandings of what a healthy, loving relationship truly entails. The stops and starts, the miscommunications, and the unspoken hesitations were not meant to push you away, but rather to highlight the areas where growth and healing were needed. At its core, this journey has been about transformation, about shedding old beliefs and embracing a deeper, more authentic way of connecting. Your energy played a significant role in this evolution. Whether consciously or not, you served as a catalyst for change, prompting them to reflect on their perceptions of love, intimacy, and emotional availability. They may have resisted or struggled to accept these insights at first, but something within them has shifted. The walls they once put up are beginning to crumble, and the illusions they once clung to are losing their grip. They are starting to see love through a new lens, one that is not rooted in fear, control, or past wounds, but rather in mutual respect, emotional depth, and genuine vulnerability. Now, with this newfound awareness, they feel drawn back to you, not out of mere nostalgia or unfinished business, but because they recognize the profound connection you share. They want to express what they have learned, to show you, not just tell you, that they have changed. If you've been intuitively sensing their energy, feeling their presence even from a distance, or having dreams and signs pointing to their return, trust that inner knowing. These are not mere coincidences, they are the universe's way of affirming what is already unfolding behind the scenes. When they do reach out, you will notice a difference. Their words will carry more sincerity, their actions will reflect a deeper level of emotional maturity, and their approach to you will be more thoughtful and intentional. The uncertainty that once clouded your connection will begin to lift, making way for a more stable and heart-centered dynamic. This reunion, if you choose to embrace it, has the potential to be one of healing, growth, and a love that is more aligned with the highest good for both of you. If you're finding value in this content, consider supporting our channel by giving us super thanks. It truly makes a difference. And please don't forget to subscribe for more uplifting updates and content that can inspire and encourage you. Your support means so much, and we are grateful for each of you.